Kitchen Smith. Today we're doing another Smith tip, and today's Smith tip is all about quinoa. I'm sure you recognize the name quinoa. It's pretty much everywhere these days, but I wanted to give you a little bit more information about it. The what, why, and where again. What is quinoa exactly? Quinoa is actually a seed. It's not even a grain, so it's perfect for those people who have difficulty eating grains or who have difficulty with gluten. Because it's a seed, you don't have to worry about that. It's very easily digestible. Quinoa is also from a plant. It's a seed from a plant, obviously. The plant is called goosefoot, which is actually a cousin of Swiss chard and spinach. So it's the seed from that plant. The why of quinoa, what, why, and where, right? So let's talk about the why. Why would you want to incorporate quinoa into your diet? Quinoa is essentially almost a perfect protein. It contains all 8 of the essential amino acids that your body needs to rebuild the tissue in your body. It is also a great source of protein, a wonderful source of vitamin E, and several B vitamins. It is also very high in lysine, so another thing that's really good for you. And one of the things about quinoa that is awesome is that it's really easy to cook. Quinoa comes in a lot of different varieties. You can get a pale white quinoa, you can get a red quinoa, you can get a black quinoa. Really the only difference between them is the color, and they might have a little bit more of an intense flavor. Quinoa is very nutty, but it is kind of essentially a blank canvas. You can pretty much make quinoa taste however you want. You're still going to have that little bit of a nutty flavor, but it is going to take on the aspects of whatever you add to it. Where? Quinoa is pretty much anywhere at this point. I've found it at my local grocery store, my local health food store, my local Costco. You can pretty much buy quinoa everywhere. Now, if you do want to get some of the more obscure kinds, like a black quinoa or a red quinoa, you may need to search that out a little bit more. You might have to go online, or a really well-stocked health food store might carry that. I typically just use the white quinoa because it's the easiest to find, and it seems to me because it has a little bit more mild flavor profile, it's the easiest to adapt in lots of different recipes. So let's get cooking with some quinoa.